Good afternoon and welcome to the daily drive on Destinta Drive. My name is Dion and I'm talking weird, but I'm going to stop now and I'm going to reiterate that if you didn't watch the video that I posted on Wednesday, I am now only going to post 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so the three themes that I had come up with for those days will stay in place. Tuesday and Thursday really didn't have a theme. They were just kind of ad hoc days. But I felt that it was probably in my good interest and keeping your interest to scale back slightly so I'm not stressing on what am I going to talk about every single day. And then I'm just now talking about three things. So Movie Monday is going to stay Movie Monday. White Shirt Wednesday is going to stay White Shirt Wednesday, and today, Friday, will stay Tie-Dye Friday. And I sort of had decided someplace along the way that Tie-Dye Friday was going to be the day that I address comments, and I still will, but we'll see what else happens. Because weeks that I don't have comments, I don't got nothing to say about comments, so I just kind of have to ad hoc it. So let me tell you about my trip. I went to Montana to spend the holidays with my family, which was a wonderful thing. And I got to meet 4 new family friends, new members of the family that I hadn't had the opportunity to meet outside of pictures. And that is Butch, my wife's new horse. All these are going to be horses, by the way. Butch, Dandy, Stash, and Winnie. Winnie is the smallest of the horses and the only girl in the group. And she is the one that is ridden by my eldest son since he's been learning how to ride horses. And it was really fascinating to spend time with horses because I've never really, on a regular basis, had horse interaction. So it's very interesting. I fed the horses almost daily. Always offered to be helpful in that endeavor. And it was just really cool. They're like these great big animals. They can definitely push you over. But at the same time, they're very docile creatures. They don't seem to be very aggressive. That would be a good way to put it. Unless you're doing something that makes them mad. And there were mornings when we would take care of something before them, and they would see the people, and they would be like, hey, you didn't feed us our, hey, you better get over here, hey. And hey being the key word for them. And it was just really interesting to spend time with such large animals that are generally kindly. I would have to say that if I had to pick a favorite, I would have to say Butch is my favorite. He's the black horse. I'll put pictures at the very end of my interactions with the horses. Not very much, but it was definitely something. Butch being the biggest horse, the one that, should I get to a place where it wouldn't be a hindrance to him, would be the one that I would ride, because he's probably the one that can definitely carry a big man. So I got to enjoy and love the horses, and Butch in particular was the one that I really felt a connection to, and to Winnie, believe it or not. She was just a breath of fresh air, very sweet horse. So at the end of the video, I'll put the pictures that I have of the animals and the wonderful interactions that were, needless to say, brief, that I had. Meaning, I don't have a lot of pictures of me interacting with horses, but I did interact with them. And I did buy them a Christmas present, and that was a great big, well, not great big, green ball with a handle. And the horses seemed to like it because every time we'd find the green ball outside of their corral. So that means they're playing with it and having a good time. So anyway, the other thing I was going to talk about is things that are kind of like a theme. I've been noticing that people are wanting to blog this year. As I'm looking at my Facebook feed, I see that more and more people are considering blogging, and I encourage that, of course. Please, writing is always a good thing. It's very therapeutic for yourself, and if you have something interesting to say, it can be therapeutic for somebody else. So to the people who, in particular, have expressed an interest in blogging, Patrick, with your once-a-day picture, my wife actually did that for 2 years straight, and she'd actually get phone calls from people saying, "Hey, you didn't put a picture up in the past day or two," and she was really diligent about finding one thing that captured the day, and often it was our children or our pets. And to my friend Dawn, you know what, you're wacky. I love you for it, and I think reading whatever you have to say would be equally enjoyable. And to Sonia, who I really don't know Sonia that well. She's actually a friend of my wife's. She went to school with her at the university, and when we lived in Connecticut. And so I've maybe had maybe a dozen, maybe half a dozen interactions with Sonia in person, but she's on my Facebook friend list, and she always has something clever to say, and I don't feel when I respond to her that I'm responding to a stranger, although realistically she is a stranger. But I always am engaged by what she says, and Facebook will show you part of a long blog or long post. I always read her entire post. It's always interesting. So, and she's kind of a foodie, so that's also part of the fun with reading Sonia's and whatever she puts out there. So, to the people who I know that blog or have a desire to blog, please do it, and I will be a fan. So, there you go. That's my daily drive for today. It is Tie-Dye Friday, and here I am. I hope you have a good weekend. Don't forget to buckle up and drive safe. Yes, I do know that the last vlog that I did, I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. I feel bad about it, and I'm aware of it, and extenuating circumstances, never mind. So, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you on Monday. Bye-bye.